Welcome back, So Squad. It's time. No, I'm joking. It's time to turn up the heat because we're diving into the episode 1 and it's all about creating the life and career you love. Spicy tip. Embrace discomfort. Growth often comes from pushing your boundaries. Challenge yourself to take on tasks that make you uneasy and watch your confidence soar. I'm your fairy host, Eva Wolf, and I've got one mission to empower you to take charge, seize opportunities, and sculpt a life that resonates with your passions. In this episode, we're not just talking about creating a career, we are talking about creating a masterpiece. It's time to break free from the ordinary, embrace the extraordinary, and craft a narrative that's uniquely yours. When you start a business, you have to think, okay, why I want to wake up every morning? Why do I go out from my bed every single morning? What makes me happy? So I will share with you a personal story, lessons learned, and the nitty-gritty details that aren't often talked about. Let's just go back in 2014. When I started to be a real estate agent, I was very young and the only thing mattered to me was just to make a lot of money and have a luxury house and all these things that people think this is happiness. But when I realized that I have all this money, I bought my apartment, I start to live my life buying expensive shit. And I promise you, one day you sit and you ask yourself, Eva, now you have all these luxury bags, you have all these luxury cars, you have an apartment you just buy, and why are you still unhappy? Really, you wake up one morning and you see your face in the mirror and you ask yourself again, why you wake up unhappy? And I remember that my manager in the past, he asked me to come in his office and he said, listen, Eva, I see you every single day. You're 20 years old and you have all this money every month and you're still not happy. So he looked at me and he said, you're just an unhappy person. You're not happy with what you have and you want always more, always something more. And if you don't change your attitude, if you don't change your perception of life, and if you don't have the click in your head, in your mind, he said, you will just be an unhappy person all your life. And after that, I realized it's right. It's totally right. I have all this money, friends, family, everything. I'm not grateful and I'm not happy. And this is bad, really. So anyway, he asked me to take some day off and just think about my life, take a decision like a real adult. What do you want to do in your life, Eva? So it's what I did. And the conclusion was just deep. I didn't want it to be a real estate agent. I just been a real estate. I just took opportunities and I follow the road. I follow my way. And anyway, one day you wake up and you just realize it's not the life you want. And it wasn't the career for me. I loved helping people, but at the same time, I didn't really like the sales cycle. For me, it was just finding a seller, finding a buyer, and doing sales. Why it make me unhappy? It's because I didn't have a real purpose. So yes, my customer was happy. They always say thank you. They give me a lot of gift. You found the dream house. You found the dream apartment. It's a beautiful job. I love the job. I love being a real estate agent, but it wasn't the life I wanted. It wasn't the career that I love. So why I'm speaking about this story, it's sometimes you have a goal, you want to be successful, you want to help people like me, like I wanted to, and you make a lot of money, you had everything you want, but at the end of the day, you're not happy. So sometimes you have to make a break, you have to stop your life and think, if I have everything I want and I'm still not happy, what can change my life? What can change my life tomorrow? What I really want to do? What's my purpose? What's the purpose of my life? And you have to ask yourself this question, thought question to be okay. And it's why I spoke about these stories to make you understand that money isn't happiness at all. And also remember, sometimes you just not at the good place and you just still looking for the place where you will be truly happy. And I'm grateful because this happened very young to me. I was very, very young. I was 19 years old, starting to be my own boss. And I have this click in my head straight away because of this manager. Sometimes one person can change your entire life, your entire perception of life. And it was him. And then you got back from zero, and you ask yourself again, okay, what do I want to do in my life? What make me happy? What's my hobby? And really, I was lucky because it's happened to me very young. I told you already, but really, I'm grateful about that because sometimes people wake up one day, they're 50, 60 years old, and they look at this fucking mirror and tell themselves, oh, I've never been happy in my whole career. And you can't change that because now you have just few years front of you in your career. And don't forget that you spend all your life working. So if you don't like what you do, fuck. This is so deeply important to be happy at home and happy at work. You can't choose. You can't at all. I don't want you to wake up one day and say, I wasn't happy in my life because I didn't do what I truly wanted to do. Don't think about survive because you can have a job you need because you have bill to pay, you have debt or whatever the personal problem you have in your own life. But in the same time, you don't want to stay stuck in the life you don't want in your heart. You will be just sad all your life. Okay, so anyway, you have to take a journey. You can't stay in this position. You have to make decision to change your career. And it's what I did to come back at this time of my life. When my manager says that, I just realized, oh, he's right. I'm not happy. I have everything. I'm not happy. So what can I do? What can I do to change my life? And I was thinking of my weekend hobby. I was just a event planner for fun. I didn't take it so serious at the beginning, but when I start to think about what I really love, it was what I love. And when I start, I just did that to have fun and to help people around me. It was just helping my neighborhood. I'm from France, so I was just living in a teeny city with a lot of small businesses. So the good thing with that is when you do a good job and your customer is happy, then you just walk through word of mouth. And yeah, it's how my real career start, my event planner one. So yeah, when I realized that, I was more happy to make 500 a month making events just for fun and helping people around me than making 50 grand a month to sell property, building houses, whatever I was selling. I was selling a lot of things at this age. And when I realized that I prefer being poor than having a job that I hate, just everything changed. Really. This is a real fact. When you struggle with money, good things happen all the time because it's a thing. You just went out of your comfort zone again. And I spoke about it in the episode 0. When you go out from your comfort zone, unconsciously, you make it happen. And you make it happen only because you are in an uncomfortable situation. So if you have to be in this position to make it happen, I will say just quit your corporate job and make it happen. Push yourself to create the career you love, the life you love, and you will start to love yourself again. Now it's another question. How you can make money with a career you love? This is a deep question. And you can't think about that if you're not in a bad position. You can't think about that if you stay in your fucking corporate job every single day, 9 to 6 or 9 to 5. I don't know your hours, but you can't think. If you stay in your corporate position, you can't be in a bad position that will push you to do something with the career you love. You have to take risk. In French, you have an expression to say that is, you don't want to be the snake that bites its tail. I don't know if it makes sense for you, but basically, you don't want to turn around again and again and again and bite yourself. You don't want to bite yourself. So don't be this stupid snake. You want to be a lion in the savannah. You don't want to be a snake that will eat his own tail, okay? So think about that. Who do you want to be? What's the career you love? And then you take action. So, whether you're plotting a major career pivot or fine tuning your current path, you are in the right place. And I hope this episode will just push yourself to create the life you love. And it's very important to be, yeah, to be happy in your daytime. You can't, it's a lot of people like that. They are waiting for the weekend. They are waiting to be off. They are waiting to be the end of the day. They're scared to be Sunday night because they have to work on Monday morning. And when you start to be happy on Sunday night because tomorrow it's Monday and you're happy about that because you have new adventure and you have a mission. It's the thing. It's not just having a career that you love. It's creating a mission that you really deeply want to do. And I really believe that if you found this good path for yourself, you will be so much more happier. So think about that. What action can you take today to be happier in your life? Answer this question. Think about it. Take your time. And I will say, see you soon to the next episode. Bye bye.